I read something today that really does throw a cat amongst the pigeons, I guess, for want of a better phrase. So let me read you through it. There's a piece coming out of Dario AS, who I believe are a Spanish outlet. They say that Real Madrid have sounded out Erling Haaland's agent, Rafaela Pimenta, over a potential deal. They go on to say that Real Madrid, who are, of course, also weighing up a will they, won't they with Kylian Mbappe, but I have to say, it would be a better fit for Real Madrid if they went after Haaland than Kylian Mbappe, in my opinion, for what they need. Because they have Vinny Jr., they have Rodrigo, I know they have Endrick coming as well. So when I seen this today, I thought, well, wasn't there supposed to be an agreement that they weren't going after Haaland? Apparently, there was a rumoured agreement between themselves and Endrick that they wouldn't go after they wouldn't go after Haaland if they signed Endrick from Palmeiras, which of course they have. But it'll be interesting to see what does happen. Like, there is a release clause, isn't there, in Haaland's deal? If I'm not mistaken, I think we discussed this previously. I want to say there was talk of 100 million release clause or something in there. And I think that's a better fit for what Madrid need than Kylian Mbappe, personally. But let's wait and see. I want to know what you guys think about it, though. Do you think there's any substance to this? Do you think that Erling Haaland will leave Manchester City? Or do you think that maybe Real Madrid are sniffing, thinking, well, Manchester City have this 115 charges against them. Haaland, if they got in trouble, isn't going to want to stay there with a club that maybe are deducted points or stopped from playing in European competition or relegated. So maybe Madrid are just testing the waters there ahead of that case for Manchester City, which looks like it's going to be heard next autumn with a resolution the following summer by the sounds of things. So let's wait and see there. But I want to know your thoughts on it. Okay, so Florian Plettenberg has just pissed all over my cornflakes. Florian Plettenberg has just said, being told that Liverpool is not pushing for Kylian Mbappe. His transfer in summer 2024 is not an issue at this stage for Liverpool. PSG still relaxed as they're financially secured for his possible departure. Real Madrid is the most realistic destination for him, either next year or the year after. See, that's what I don't get. How can PSG be calm about it because he's leaving? I know there's an option for him to extend, but it is him who has to extend it, and he's shown no indication to do it. So I don't know how that part works with regard to them being relaxed, because they're far from relaxed. If they were relaxed, they wouldn't have been kicking him out of the team at the start of the season. They wouldn't have been trying to freeze him out. They wouldn't have been putting a big guilt trip on Kylian Mbappe and his family through every source possible, including the president. So don't buy that from Florian Plettenberg. Sorry, I don't. No, I'm not saying I don't buy the part about Liverpool, but there's no part of me that feels that Liverpool will admit to that. Because for Liverpool to admit they're going to look at Mbappe, they probably have to also admit that they're willing to sell Salah. So I think, I don't think, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I think Liverpool don't go around announcing their business anyway. So why would Florian Plettenberg be told if Liverpool were interested? So yeah, me on that one, I'd say I don't believe 90% of what's written there, to be honest with you. Mbappe is not a Klopp type player. Have you ever listened to Jurgen speak about Mbappe, mate? Honestly, like, whatever you think about what I say, or to say he's not a Klopp type player, let me just say something really honestly and clearly to you. He's an every manager in the goddamn world type player, because he is one of the greatest players to put on a pair of football boots. So this idea that Jurgen Klopp wouldn't work with Mbappe, or Guardiola wouldn't work with Mbappe, or whatever, is just that nonsense. Let's be honest. You know, it's like doing it the other way. So I wouldn't want to go play for one of the greatest managers in the world because he's a bit of a diva. I mean, I don't think it's true. I get where you're coming from. I mean, I understand the concept of what you're saying, but at the end of the day, you know, what manager's going to potentially turn down the